No, I think the main point that I was trying to make is like how do you differentiate between an A and an A plus plus? So
Okay.
if it rejects
Mhm.
and let's say we're watching like a 3-minute candle and the close of this candle is at, so this is the stop 3, it goes to like whatever 4 and it closes at 390. That's scenario 1. The other scenario is that it closes at 320, which wasn't an A, which was an A plus plus. The 320 vast majority of time will be an A plus plus, even though it will feel like a missed trade.
So if you were to, let's say you entered after the rejection, you're kind of sitting around 320. Let's say I'm short now at this point. How would you manage risk on that? Would you just risk the higher of that previous candle, like a 380 type thing, or would you go all the way to?
That's a very good question. I don't have a good answer for this one because I actually expected this to be a higher. I expected this to be a good setup. So what I did is I actually shorted 2 entries. One of them was this. Was 386. Yeah.
That's sick. No way. It was barely there. Like it barely touched that price. You had orders sitting there, or how'd you get that?
No. I entered bad. My entry was bad.
Oh, okay.
My entry was somewhere in here.
Oh,
But one of them I risked 386. The other one I risked that because I wasn't sure. Just like exactly you're not sure. I wasn't sure. I am
fair.
trying to see if I can. No, I don't have it. But yeah, so that's another good mental note that you need to have. So the stop hunts, I think this is not like this, but there's other ones that just stop on midday and then it comes washes
I
out.
think holding short into after hours is becoming a interesting situation too, because I remember Adnan would always be doing that, and I would look at his recaps, and I'm like, "Yo, this is actually nice. Like I can see these things fading." And now I'm seeing the opposite happen, where it'll kind of have like a blow off move in after hours, and it makes for a good short opportunity. Now it's almost like something people look for.
So this SBAT 11 o'clock.
Yeah, this WETO, can't believe it reclaimed every.
I am in enough difficult. Yeah, man, these stocks are not easy these days. Okay, we need to do this, and let me do another one because I don't feel fully comfortable with that. So let's do. So it mixed it up. Sunday, Gapper, Sudavika. So for this, we're gonna have a gap value of let's say 60%. Range, we don't really want. Maybe pre-market volume of it's right here. Pre-market volume, let's say 500. So this is
500 million. Sorry, what was that? 500,000, right?
500,000 here. So this would be 26. I'll take a look at this. So there's 14 gappers. Mini gappers, yeah. This is what I expect the. Let me look at day 2. Oh, day 2 is nicer. Doesn't fade often. Fades 54% of the times, but day 1, this is very difficult. And this push a lot of times, what I was recollecting in my place, this stop hunts you. So even though this is the average, it goes up, takes out a stop, and then okay. So I want to go through this. I hear you. Yeah. Testing.
Hey, sorry, man. Sorry, you got cut off. You said something about on the push, and that's when you got cut off.
Yeah, I was saying what I've noticed is that this push here, whether camera's on now. This push here, I'm gonna double check. I think this is the average price action, but then it's stop hunting and then it's washing, going sideways. So I'm just confirming that, see how we can capitalize on it. So this is just crazy. STRN buyout or something. So this is the push. It's doing stuff like this. Just very frustrating. ZO. I think a lot of people took a loss. Yeah. So this is a lot of this is happening recent, and I think in my experience this is summer's market. So I used to have a playbook that I would watch out for these stop hunts. So I think whenever stock lacks range, they push it higher and lower. So this year it stops them out and then it goes lower. So would that happen once? Now it happened twice. So take 230 as a stop, pushes to 240, and then it washes out, back south. Nasty stuff.
A rare
A rare what?
A rare good fader, just instant.
Yeah, to enter quick. This is the other effing thing. Okay, so okay, so I wasn't going crazy. Okay, so we have to adapt. I have to adapt to this. Stop hunch, wash. So we've noticed it. It happened 3 times in this 1 week.
Are you talking gap?
I think so. Yeah. So do you remember the variables for this? It's like 60% gap and then 2 million volume.
500,000 pre-market.
Yeah, and 60% gap.
Range was
I didn't put anything for range because I didn't want to. I wanted to see everything. Because if you put range, then you won't see the stop hunts. So this here is okay. Oh, what the heck? 1 cent. That shouldn't be there.
yeah, same thing here. They dump it, get everybody short. Quickly by the end of it all, everyone's.
So I guess this. I wonder if this would be a stop hunt. This would be a stop hunt. Good point. I didn't see that. Yeah, good catch. Good catch. So I could see people getting short here, or getting short here versus this. And then it stops them out and it goes south.
I know. I thought they might liquidate after the first couple of dump candles. I actually, on the way up, I longed it on a personal account, but I'm just practicing small longs just to kind of see if I can adjust or adapt to the environment. But shorting is still going to always be easier, I find, because you just kind of wait for the place to come to you. Did you trade as bet on this day?
No. I've just learned over the years not to get involved. Yeah, this also is a stop hunt.
So what was your reasoning behind
the daily chart? Bigger market cap. For every loss that I avoid in my books, it's like making money. Yeah, so this is stop hunt. Come back in. And then this looks like a stop hunt too.
And this is everywhere. It's almost like it's an algo.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they're gathering shorts with these big red bars. Because I know I would be short there. I would add, and then I would kind of see it creeping up. I would set my stop above high, then they bring it up, stop me up, bring it back down. Because I did trade this, but I covered before they did all that.
So what's a way to play? I guess you could say this one's obviously a difficult one, but 40.
How would I play this?
Which one is the one that shows you what's the gap percent?
That's a trend line. I don't use Tradingvue, but
I don't either.
go below. Not that one, but that might be kind of just highlight it, and it gives you highlight like an area, right? So do it. Highlight like a square.
I don't think been highlighted. So, but regardless, I think they're the guys that have a wide stop, open print would relatively be. There's not a lot of stocks. Only 1 to 2 out of the 14. Very few were stopped. The guys that have 30%, 40%. So it's that area.
Yeah, sorry, you just lagged out for like 15 seconds there.
I was thinking the guys that have a 30% stop, that short the open have a 30% or some other variable. I think they might be doing well.
Do they have re-entry criteria?
30% stop. Like a 40. They would get stopped out here, but out of 14 plays.
But this isn't exactly a gapper, is it?
Well, all of them are 60% gappers. So out of 14 plays, they would get stopped out one. They would have gotten stopped out once. Yeah. Stopped out once, and then the rest is just break even, chop fast. They'll be okay on everything. 33. I guess SPL, I don't know if they would take it. Looks like everything else, they will be fine. Yeah, so they would be relatively great.
30% from opening price, right? 30%? So you do something like that, like an opening.
And they have, they can alter it. They can have an entry criteria. This has to happen. But so let's say, so this one, the stop would have been 56, 30% off. And then they would have worked out, made 22% on that and everything. Everything they would basically be green. Good to know. So there's an inverse. Yeah, there's always an inverse relationship. They were getting screwed. We still had range. That's my takeaway.
Yeah, 30% stock. Man, okay, yeah.
What about you? Have you noticed? So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try to incorporate. One of my setup was the failed breakout. Those are tough to enter, but they give very good risk reward when they work. The stop hunt, because in here, technically you could enter like 315, 330 versus 15-cent risk. You might have gotten stop 15-cent risk.
Yeah, because you're holding it for 4 hours and then you see it run up into after hours. You're gonna win a cover. You're gonna think it's gonna be like ASBP or like any of these other crazy ones that have been happening. You would cover before or after hours. I don't believe it's just with anything. So this here, this I would have entered somewhere here, 45, 47, and then risking 53. So you have a 5-cent risk. And then you would make 15 cents, 3-1 risk reward. This here. Okay. Anything else pops up at you that you think we should
from the market sentiment wise?
I do think things are gonna be bearish because the market overall looks like I think Trump said something that kind of made the SPY crash. So I think we're gonna see more downside in the market, and we're gonna see that reflect in small cap.
What
I'm
did he
gonna
say
keep
that was bearish?
what was it? Tariffs? Something to do with tariffs. Which country was it? UK or something? I'm not sure entirely.
Yeah.
But he said something. The market dumped on Friday on something, right? What was the news?
I think
Forgot
it
what the news
reclaimed
was.
again.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, into the close. Yeah, every Friday they defend it. Every
Oh,
Friday they defend it.
they reclaimed it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
insane.
I got my ass kicked on PLTR that day. I stopped out because freaking stupid ass Trump was saying they're gonna give PLTR business to watch over citizens,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he's done that before, where he's given, not trying to be biased, but like people that are his friends, like they were gonna give Kodak, a company that, and COVID-19 that it makes like was gonna go bankrupt, 750 mil for finding a cure.
The camera company?
Yeah. Trump said they were gonna give him 70%. There's so many companies and hundreds of billions, but he's like, we're gonna give Kodak 750 mil because they may find a cure. So PLTR, I think, is not as obvious, but I think there's a favor going on because they went on the campaign with him. Long story short, I got lucky, 3,500% move on PLTR. Yeah, I took a really nasty loss because I was swinging PLTR for like 14, 15 days, and I kept adding to the winner at good spots.
Nice.
And then I took a really nasty loss on stop out. But then when the market was bouncing, because there's this Friday that they try to, I play it with some friends. We call it the buy program, in order to reduce fear. Every Friday on dips, they turn it on, and they just buy the market so people go into the weekend with it.
Oh, so the bear sentiment could still kick in on Monday. You're saying?
I think likely it will kick in on Monday, yeah. Because on Friday they have the buy program, and you just run, and you can make a lot of money.
Wow.
With zero DTE calls. I remember on COVID-19 there were so many times I caught like 1,000. But on PLTR I was long. I was like, oh, we're gonna play the SPY was hard to get. Long is tougher. I think I caught a little bit of it, but the PLTR I was seeing, I was like, this is strong. So I was like, don't be biased. Just bought the equity and the call, but I forgot about the call. So I forgot about the call. I came back and it's like, 3,600%.
Unreal, dude.
Yeah. I think I went from like 13 cents per contract to $4.60. Or it was still a big loss in the short side, but
I'll keep that in mind for the buy program, because now that I looked at that chart, the way it reclaimed, it didn't seem organic.
But it only happens when there's fear and there's kind of like a gap down or bearish on Friday. They will always try to defend it. Yeah. Gap downs or wash on Friday, they'll try to defend it. Okay.